Salud.
Salud. Alright, we've just arrived in Valparaiso, and it's very easy to see how Pablo Neruda, the famous poet, got so much inspiration from this wonderful place. One of the favourite things of tourists to do is go and explore some of the fabulous artwork, and also to ride the funiculars, which were made between 1883 and 1916. So cue the montage. We started this journey by getting a transfer from San Pedro de Calama, a flight to Santiago, and then a short hour-and-a-half bus ride into Valparaiso, and we ended up staying at the very beautiful Hotel Brighton. Hotel Brighton is perched on the top of a small hill, which gives you great views of the city and the surrounds. It's kind of like a little cool house. The interior is really nice, and you can get some really nice views from out the windows, especially in the room that we stayed in. It was surprisingly cheap for what we got, and if you want to have the similar experience to us with these sorts of views, then I guess ask for room Virginia Woolf. The balcony restaurant and bar makes for a great spot to watch the city lights at night. Funnily enough, on one of our internal flights in Chile, we ended up watching the movie Gunshy on Netflix, which stars Antonio Banderas as a washed-up rock star from Chile. In the movie, he returns to Chile where his wife is kidnapped, and the plot is mostly set in Valparaiso, where they stay at Hotel Brighton. And we only realised while watching the movie that, hey, that's where we're staying. Once you're settled in your accommodation, it's time to get out and explore Valparaiso. The best way is simply to go and explore the streets. Anywhere that you walk, especially in the area that we were in, there's lots of art all around the place, and it's all really contrasting depending on the street that you're on. There's a few fun ways to get around Valparaiso, and the most popular is definitely taking one of these funiculars. Built between 1883 and 1916, there's about 30 of these, and they definitely make exploring Valparaiso fun. Don't worry, the actual ride on the funicular is about 1 minute and a lot slower than this. Other popular ways to get around Valparaiso include slide and, walking. Definitely make sure to stop and admire the views every once in a while. When you've had enough walking around looking at art, Valparaiso has a great bar and restaurant scene. You'll definitely want to try a few pisco sours, maybe check out one of the local breweries, and I'd recommend trying at least one ceviche. When you've had your fill, it's time to go back out and look at some more art. Valparaiso is known for its stray dogs, but don't worry, these guys are pretty friendly, unless you're on a motorcycle. I'd definitely recommend doing the free walking tour while in Valparaiso. The guides are really knowledgeable, and they explain a lot about the art and what the artists meant by what they were doing, and it gives you another perspective. I've never really been much of an artsy person, but this was really cool. The tour ends up taking you through the main square and to the port, and afterwards we visited the Museum of the Open Sky, which has, you guessed it, more art. But it also leads uphill to one of Pablo Neruda's houses, La Sebastiana. Unfortunately we couldn't film inside, but it was really cool to check out. A fun day trip to do from Valparaiso is visit Viña del Mar. It's a short bus or train ride away, and you can explore the beaches, see the castle on the coastline, and go to Museo Fonk, the archaeological and historical museum, which has an Easter Island statue out front for those that can't afford the flights. Back in Valparaiso, if you haven't had enough art, yes, there is an art museum and you can check out some beautiful paintings. Like and subscribe to Global Toast, and keep an eye out for our next video of Santiago.